Till we come to see the world under attack. Here we go hard and never fail. We don't back down. You can't stop the fire we bring. Defending the world from aliens and things. It's the Tubular. 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 We go hard. 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 In the world from we go hard. Guardians.
So after we were able to get the last emu back in its pen, that's when I told your dad that he was banned from planning surprise parties. Jellybean. Jay!
Oh, what? Sorry, Mom. I just got lost in my thoughts.
What have you been humming all morning?
Have I been humming? Oh, it's just the music to a game my friend Billy is making. He emailed me a sample, and it finally finished downloading this morning.
Billy? Billy Cranston? The boy from all your science camps? I didn't know you were still friends.
It's a recent development. We've always been friendly, but we just really started to connect after I realized we might have more in common than just science.
Really?
Mom, don't make this weird.
I just think it's great that you found someone you get along with so well. After everything that happened with Scar...
Mom! That is the epitome of making it weird. Can we please discuss literally anything else?
Okay. What do you have planned today? Are you hanging out with the gang, or are you going to visit your dino friend at Doc's?
I am going to Doc's.
If you give me 10 minutes, I can take you.
I don't need a ride today?
Why? Is Scarlett taking you? Or maybe a certain bespectacled young man?
Mom, that's him. I cannot reiterate this enough. Do not make this weird. He is an academic colleague, not a love interest in a TV movie. Hey, boo! Scarlett? What are you doing here? Oh, fuck! Did we have plans?
Hey, Jaybird. I just needed some help with something, but that can wait. Why did you think I was someone named Bill?
Billy is, what do you need help with? If it's important, I can reschedule.
That color of red on your cheeks tells me that your plans with Billy are important.
You're tilting at windmills, Scarlett. They're being very cagey about their plans.
Scarlett, Jay, and Mrs. Terra all turn to see a vintage white Volkswagen Beetle with silver modifications affixed to the exterior body of the car, including a large set of drum-like canisters at the rear. A teenager, dressed in denim overalls and blue striped polo shirt, exits and makes his way to the door.
Sorry I'm late. I was making some modification to a rat bug, and the time just flew by. Mrs. Terra, it's nice to finally meet you. You too, Scarlett.
Have we met before?
No, but I remember you from a science fair last year. You know, the one that had the monster attack?
That's right! Billy Clapton. You had that model flying car.
Yep. I've been working on a full-scale model. Oh, and it's, Cranston, not Clapton.
Bummer. I gave you bonus points because I thought you might have been related to Eric Clapton.
I'm related to Samuel Cranston. He was held captive by pirates for almost a decade and then was elected governor of a Rhode Island colony 30 times in a row.
Ooh, points have been restored.
Scarlett, are you sure you don't want me to stay?
No, don't even give it a second thought. You two get your science on, and I will reconnect with you tomorrow.
Two young scientists make their way toward the modified Volkswagen and are halfway down the walk before Mrs. Terra rushes out the door after them.
Jellybean, how can you leave without the lunch I packed?
We're not going to be gone too long, Mom. I promise.
You know how many times I've heard that one, only to have you come back hours later covered in God knows what and starving. Take these sandwiches.
There are 8 sandwiches in here.
They are PB&J and bologna and cheese. Each comes on either white, wheat, or gluten-free bread. The bologna has American and dairy-free cheese. Also one is soy bologna, and just in case Billy is a vegan.
That's monumentally nice of you, Mrs. Terra.
Mrs. Terra watches their child drive off with their new friend before turning back to her house and seeing Scarlett slowly walking back to her truck.
I'll see you later, Mrs. T.
Scarlett, can I help you with anything? I know I'm not Jay, but I'm always willing to listen.
It's not that big of a deal. I just wanted Jay to go over some questions I might get at my college interview.
How exciting! I loved doing college interviews.
How many did you do?
Total? 40. I think around 40.
40? You had to go to 40 interviews before you got into a college? How did you not just give up?
Oh, no, you misunderstand. I got into my dream school after my first interview. The other 39 were just for fun.
Fun?
It was one of my favorite summers. I just drove around the country on my motorcycle, seeing all the top colleges, and really figuring out what I wanted out of life.
That sounds amazing.
You know, I still have that motorcycle.
What? I don't have a motorcycle license.
Obviously, I'm not going to let you just speed off, you silly nilly. I can teach you, and when you get your license, you can have it.
I can't accept something like that. That is way too generous, and I would feel so guilty.
It's just collecting dust in the garage. It needs to be driven, and you need the experience of wind in your hair.
And that's gonna help me with my interview? I don't have 40 schools knocking on my door. I just have one shot, and I can't blow it.
You need to believe in yourself and believe in your dreams. Follow them, never give up. That's the most important thing. If you believe you can get there, then you will get there.
You make it sound so easy. I'm gonna go into that interview and either freeze up or become fixated on the interviewer's mole and then forget everything I want to say.
You just need to practice. I'll make us some sandwiches and then we'll do some practice interviews. I haven't had a reason to stretch my acting chops since I did that summer performing in an off-Broadway production of Into the Woods with Alyssa Milano.
The deafening cacophony of violence echoes throughout the cavernous lair of Tirich Mir.
Both of you are nothing but inept and useless fools!
The mechanical walker housing the cocooned Tirich Mir scurries back and forth in the underground throne room, pausing to land powerful blows against the defenseless, amphibious, drowned Duke and Triceraton Haxatar Obliterus.
What good are you to me if you can't even carry out a simple task?
We're sorry, my lord. I swear to you, I will not disappoint you again.
Oh, you swear to me. You think your oath means anything to me after watching you constantly fail. You've been nothing but incompetent and useless since we reached the surface. Oh, the great right hand of Tirich Mir. The greatest wizard of his day. Bah! Defeated by a novice stormcaller. If I wanted to see such mediocrity, I would have brought Seljexicon.
Haxatar always liked Selgexion. He always made the funniest sounds when he got hit.
Don't even get me started on your pathetic performance. Do you think any of the soldiers of my great armada would follow the so-called Mad Butcher, knowing that he was defeated by a group of surface-dwelling children?
Haxatar will work harder, sir. Haxatar promises.
No, that's not good enough. You need to find a way to make up for the mistakes that you've made. If you can't do that, then you're of no use to me. The energy from that mountainous creature would have finished my chrysalis.
Haxatar swears that Haxatar will make the Guardians suffer for prolonging the Dark Lord's chrysalis. Haxatar swears by Haxatar's sword that their skins will adorn your great hall, and Haxatar will personally see that their pitiful skulls affixed to your throne.
My lord, we cannot simply will these wild magic beings into existence, and the mountain, it willingly gave up its power to the Guardians without conflict.
All I hear from you is excuses.
I only humbly suggest that we cannot rush this endeavor. Taking the energy from the creatures before they engage with the Guardians leaves them unsatisfactory for your grand pursuit. Only by siphoning off the energy of the Guardians do they become truly useful for us. I would never allow your final chrysalis to be tainted by subpar energy.
I have tasted the power that this wild magic has, and now I hunger for more. Bring me the energy of the next creature, or I will figure out a way to drain the life out of the two of you to finish my evolution.
I'm telling you, the graphics on the N64 are going to blow you away. 64 bits is the pinnacle gaming experience. It's so advanced.
If it's not a CD-ROM, I don't want to hear about it.
You're a PlayStation user.
And you're still a Nintendo user? I guess this is the end of our burgeoning friendship.
I guess so. You're still coming over next week when the console is released?
Oh, I saw some of the trailers and I'm really buzzing to play it.
More phenomenal. It's a date.
Date? I know you're using it in the social, not romantic context, but my mother's ears must be burning right now. She swore that this outing today was a romantic date.
The same thing happened to me this morning. Before leaving Angel Grove, Zach and Jason both implied this is my first real date. Have you ever been on a date before?
I thought I had a chance with Scarlett, but I kind of overthought things, and when I was ready to ask her out, she was already with someone else. You?
No, not really. I thought there was something going on with Trini, but it was all in my head. Seems like the Venn diagram of academics and romance has no overlap.
I don't know about that. My parents found each other in grad school. My dad likes to say maths tells 3 of the saddest love stories. Of parallel lines, who will never meet. Of the tangent, who kissed a curve once and then left forever. And of the asymptotes, who come closer and closer, but can never truly be together.
And we can't forget the Curies.
Valid point. Ton in here.
The small car idles up to a closed chain-link fence that has a hastily made sign affixed to it, which reads, Docks Salvage Yard. The 2 teens exit, and Jay walks up to a jerry-rigged intercom as Billy takes in the seemingly endless mountains of scrap behind the fence.
I can't believe I'm at the legendary docks. I wish Angel Grove had something like this.
You will absolutely love Doc. He has a handful of doctorates and used to work for the government in research and development.
My twins live at the reverse of my house number. The difference between our house numbers ends in 2. What are the lowest possible numbers of our house numbers?
Jay turns and looks at Billy. They motion for the blue-clad teen to approach the intercom.
Did I forget to mention that Doc likes to test new people before he lets them in?
Numbers are reversed. Difference ends in 2. Lowest possible solution, 19 and 91.
Once Billy drives his car through the open gate, the duo exit and start unloading an elaborate contraption from the trunk. As the two young inventors struggle with delicately moving their contraptions, they are joined by a wild-haired man in a bright yellow coat over a red polo shirt covered with geometric designs. Doc lifts his wraparound sunglasses up into his silver hair and eagerly spies the teens.
Jay! What in the name of Sir Isaac H. Newton is happening here? Who is this bespectacled stranger?
This is Billy! I told you about him.
The one with the souped-up bug?
This is the one and only rad bug. I've maximized its aerodynamics and fuel consumption. It practically flies.
Practically flies, you say? Remind me to show you my DeLorean someday. What's on the today's nugget?
I've been developing a new battery, and we're going to see if we can power up Billy's hologram projector. He's been working on an awesome 3D game!
I call it Tiny Titans. Its chibi designs are based on the mechs the Guardians use. You battle your mini robots to make them stronger.
Sounds like gas. I'm gonna run out, grab some kibble for Einstein. If I'm not back before you leave, lock the gate!
The two teens begin to set up their dual inventions. Jay's source energy battery resembles a crudely assembled pyramid on a tripod, while Billy's hologram projector is sleek and meticulously designed. The mismatched devices are connected by a long cable running between them.
So, this battery, what exactly does it run on?
It's a little hard to explain. You know how Dragon Cove has become a hotbed for weirdness since the Guardians turned up?
We both know that correlation does not equal causality, but there's no denying that Dragon Cove has seen an influx of a paranormal and unexplained.
Exactly. I was hiking with my friends when we found a collection of unusual rocks. Initially, I thought they were quartz, but I didn't recognize the color or structure pattern. So there's only one thing that I could think of doing.
You put it next to a neodymium magnet to observe a piezoelectric effect?
Obviously. I've got every neodymium magnet I own on a gyroscope, and I've been producing some really exciting results. Enough about my battery. I can't believe you actually made a holographic video game. That is bonkers.
It really wasn't that complicated. I've been coding the game ever since I first heard about the Guardians, and the holographic projector is something I've been fiddling on with Trini for about a month now. Its one design flaw is the amount of energy it requires to create viable images. Hopefully your battery is the solution.
Huh. Seems like we're a perfect match.
No.
No. I meant our inventions are perfect for each other. Not that you and I are a perfect match. I don't even know what your preference is, and I am not asking you that because I think I deserve to know, because our friendship is not at that level yet. Unless it is, then I'm more than happy to talk to you about this if you want to. Or not. Whatever. I'm so cool either way. No pressure. I'm gonna stop talking now.
The two teens awkwardly stand in silence as neither is sure what to do or say. A smile simultaneously creeps across both of their faces.
We're not very good at this.
Yeah, social situations have always been my blind spot.
Same. How do we proceed?
I learned from my friend Benny the importance of staying in your lane. We both lack social skills. But we can use our academic skills to help solve this conundrum. Are you up for dabbling in social sciences?
I'll never turn down an experiment. What do you propose?
The only way to see if our chemistry can exist outside the lab is to test it in a classic social situation. Blue Comet is showing at the drive-in this weekend. I think we go, then quantify the experience.
We create a baseline for our current feelings and then can compare the percentage of change.
Exactly! Let's put this battery to the test. Then we can focus on Project Curie.
The duo, both sporting small smiles, return to connecting Jay's battery to Billy's projector. The young scientists move flawlessly together as they work in silence. In mere minutes, the devices are connected, and the pair step back to admire their work.
What are the odds this explodes?
Very small. 5, maybe 10% chance.
Should we back up?
That is what a cautious person would do.
Neither Billy nor Jay move from their current position.
Here
We go.
The battery whirs to life as the shard of source crystal begins to react to the rotating magnets. The shard begins to fluctuate, the Guardian's elemental colors. The hologram projector sparks as tiny figures begin to take shape.
Bloody fantastic! Is that the turtle? It's adorable.
Yeah, I made all the Titans chibi because who doesn't like cute robots?
The rest of the adorable Titans take shape and begin to move around. The Phoenix and Alicorn fly about, the Dragon swims in non-existent water, while the Beetle sits and sparks.
Check this out.
The 5 tiny Titans begin to merge into a small Cronus, but the process is halted as energy fluctuations short out the projector. For a brief moment, the projector glows a production rainbow light before the wiring leading to the battery begins to smoke.
I'm on it.
Jay grabs a fire extinguisher and puts out the small fire as Billy examines his smoking invention.
Technically, this doesn't count as an explosion.
I'm going to have to crack this open at home and see what can be salvaged.
Do you want an extra set of hands?
I should be fine. You should probably assess the condition of your battery. You want to load everything back up in the rat bug?
I'll stay. If I need to replace anything, I'm gonna find it here.
Jay helps Billy load his damaged projector back into his car and then opens the salvage yard gate.
I'm really sorry.
Don't worry about it. I've done worse to my projector on my own. I'll see you this weekend. Pick you up at 7?
Sounds like a plan.
Gwen, Benny, and Ha-Nuel join the crowd at Dragon Cove Park, congregating around 2 food trucks as they eagerly await the results of the next round of the Battle of the Boardwalk.
How is it the Battle of the Boardwalk if we're all at the park?
Maybe they couldn't come up with a good synonym for battle that started with P.
This town does love its alliteration.
The fracas in the field? The skirmish in the square? The War of the Woodlands?
Let's throw those in the town suggestion box for next year.
Desdemona turns on her tripod-mounted camera, coifs her hair, and takes her place between the Billy Bob's Blastin' Bayou Barbecue and the Around the World in 80 Crepes food trucks.
This is Desdemona George at the next round of the Battle of the Boardwalk. These culinary contestants have been hard fought, and I can easily say that the winners are those blessed with anosmia. As we wait for the judges to tabulate, we're going to get to know today's chefs. From Stone Canyon, Billy Bob Buford. Thanks for joining us.
All right there, beautiful lady. When hungry stomachs call for food, Billy Bob will be there.
Mr. Buford, what?
Well, the ladies, they call me Billy Bob. My dad is Mr. Bowlful.
Mr. Buford, what makes what you describe as authentic Bayou cuisine stand out?
Well, you see, mon chéri, you have to treat your meat like you would treat a lady. You have to.
And we are done.
Desdemona turns her back to the flabbergasted Cajun and turns her attention to the duo of Johnny Dakota and Reginald. The pair, dressed in Victorian suits, driving goggles, and leather motorcycle caps, proudly stand in front of an assortment of crepes.
Dragon Cove favorites, and if that isn't a statement on the quality of the food trucks in my city, I don't know what is. Johnny and Reggie haven't taken the questionable tactic of switching themes each round. What do you have for us today?
We embody the idea that the only constant in life is change, dude. Inspired by the OG sci-fi master, Jules Verne. We got 80 deliciously flavored crepes, each one representing a different country.
Are we to believe that you came up with 80 recipes in a week?
We take our culinary honor very seriously. Ask away. My right-hand man has the menu memorized.
Fine. Number 42?
Cerniki E. Blinis from Russia.
72.
Palaxinta from Hungary.
19?
Doriyaki from Japan.
How are you doing this?
My memory is one of my many talents.
When's my birthday?
I think it's on a Saturday?
What's your homeroom?
Next to the soda machine. Duh.
And this is the team that's moving on to the next round. This Battle of the Boardwalk is truly a test of the sharpest spoons in the drawer.
After a short drive back to Angel Grove, Billy arrives home. He opens his trunk and looks at his damaged invention. As he tries to assess the damage, he notices the projector bulb having a dim glow. He carefully reaches toward the bulb.
Peculiar. There's no way it should have residual energy.
Billy is knocked off his feet as source energy leaps from the projector and runs up his arm. Lying on his back, he struggles to catch his breath. Slowly opening his eyes, he looks around and gingerly stands up. His polo shirt and overalls have been magically replaced with shorts and a t-shirt, while oversized goggles form on his head.
Where am I? I need to find a gym to train my Titans. I'm never gonna be Titan World Champion if I don't start battling.
He looks toward the direction of Dragon Cove and, perceivable only to him, a neon sign appears displaying a message.
Dragon Cove Gym. Something to all challengers. Sounds like a perfect place to start. You guys ready?
Emerging from the damaged projector are the Chibi Titans. The miniature mechs take their place near Billy, and as they begin their walk toward Dragon Cove, they leap into the glowing cube that materializes on his belt.
Tubular Teens with Titans is written and produced by Velvet Fiend Rabbit Productions. Our theme song, Thunder Sword, is written and produced by Ahmad Judah and Joe Chasm, with lyrics and vocals by Keisha Wallace. If you liked what you just heard, please head over to the podcast service of your choice and leave us a rating and a review. It truly helps more people find the show. Tubular Teens with Titans features the vocal talents of
I'm Briar Zachary, and I play the Druidic Defender, J. Terra.
Ryan Tibbet, and I played Benny Humo, the Pyre Paladin.
I'm Tim Loika, and I play Storm Sentinel, Ha-Nuel Yasao.
I'm Keisha Wallace, and I play the Hydro Hoplite, Gwen Avalon.
Sup, I'm Allegra Rodriguez Shivers, and I play the Nova Knight, also known as Scarlett Watts.
I'm Shane Cochran, and I voice Erald.
I'm JJ Jensen, and I play Hera.
I'm Michael Waldschlager II, and I play Vahan, Guardian Prime.
I'm Noah, and I play Johnny Dakota.
Kyle Gould as Reginald Thaddeus III.
I'm Jerry Kokich, and I play the Drowned Duke.
I'm PJ Argento, and I voice
Tirich Mir.
Hi, I'm Sarah Roberts, and I play Desdemona George.